Hi guys, this is Catherine. Welcome to our new sale in Carlsbad. We have a lot of really beautiful things, and I am going to turn you around and show you the instructions. Basically, welcome to our sale. If you want to purchase something, you can either message me here or text me at that number and I will send you an invoice. The items are not numbered, so please describe the item and state the price that was listed. You can make offers also if you want, and I'll look at them on Saturday. And after the video is done, I will send you an invoice. So we charge tax of 7.7%. We accept PayPal, credit cards, Venmo, or Zelle. If you use Venmo or Zelle, there's no fee added. And then pickups are Thursday through Saturday from 9 to 2. And if you want me to ship you an item, I can bring it to UPS and you pay them directly to pack it, to ship it, and insure it. Okay, so we are just about ready to start. I'm going to start with this piece. This was a new addition to our sale. It was purchased at Neiman Marcus. It is by John Richards, is the company that, like if you were to go on to neimanmarcus.com and look up John Richards, you would see all of the art that they are selling. They usually run around $3,000. This piece is $1,100. It's an artwork by Romero. There's paint on it. It feels like a giclée with paint on it. So that's that. Then we have this gorgeous Spanish chest. It is 50 inches by 24 by 35 and a half. It's $1,200. Let's see, I have somebody trying to get on the live feed, but I can't help them now. It's too late. We're on a roll. Okay, so now this beautiful rug, it's the Tree of Life. It's actually Persian style, but it was made in China. Sean at Prospect Rugs, who helps me with my rug pricing, priced it for me. It is silk. It's 5 by 8 and it's $950. So these are like his wholesale pricing. So next we have this amazing painting. It's about 5 feet wide by 6 feet high. The frame is probably maybe 10 inches. It is by an artist by the name of Pompeo Bittoni, and it's $12,000. His work on Ask Art sells for, $48,000 and up to like in the 400s. I don't have paperwork on this, but it is significant and it is old, but I don't have paperwork. So over here we have some Mexican modernist suns. They're about 20 inches to 24 inches tall. They're 120. There's like someone with their eyes open and then someone with their eyes closed. So we have two of them, so it's 120 each, and they're beautiful. I've also got this great big Mexican pot for 50. I've got this piece. It's another one of those John Richards from Neiman Marcus. It is, let's see what this one is. It is $1,100. It's an abstract. It's great. Actually would fit in fantastically in a modern house. I've got this piece here. We have a water clock, a brass water clock from England from like the 15th century, and this sort of goes with it. It's $200. We've got this mirror. Has a bit of a issue there. It's 50. That mirror, the brass round, is 40, and this hexagon is 40. We've got this large modern mirror with a light wood trim, also great in a modern interior. This one is $400 and also came from Neiman Marcus. This music stand is $120. Very charming, old, antique, American. We have a tremendous amount of books, art books, design books, and most of these are not going to be priced. You're going to have to come and check them out. We've got some more. This piece is 40. We have a lot of great sort of Mexican. I don't know if it's actually pre-Columbian or not, but we have a lot of great, Mexican art here. There's this piece right there, which is fantastic. It looks like he's wearing a little hat. It's $125. It's got like kind of a pre-Columbian, Mayan, Aztec kind of thing going on. Then we also have these carved wood. There's 3 of them. They're all different. That's $100. Well, 120, I said. We've got this antique lap desk for $150. It's missing the lid on the, but it does have a key if you want to be like a scrivener. We have this reclining lady. She is $100, also Mexican. There's another one of those masks, which are great, by the way. And then we have a ton of Museum of Modern Art books. That is another piece of Mexican art. It looks like a Lamo candlestick, and I think that one is $100. So now on to the next piece here. We've got this very large metallic piece of art. Again, this came from Neiman Marcus. It's the John Richards. It is, let me see, it's larger. I think this one is, $1,300. It's the gold and black piece. We have got this hexagonal table. It is $200, marble topped. And this fabulous 70s lamp. It's sort of that painted mustard for $40. Looks great in any like 70s revival place. This gorgeous rust chair. It's very comfortable. $150 would look fabulous in a lady's bedroom. Let's see. So we've got this modern. This was actually designed by Art Fitzpatrick, and this is his house. And he was a designer for GM back in the 60s, and he was actually really significant, sort of famous. Is considered like one of the more famous car illustrators. In fact, I was told yesterday, which is such a cool story, that oh gosh, what's his name? He did all those Post covers. He's like the most famous illustrator in the world. It'll come to me. It's just slipping my mind right now. Anyway, he came to him and said, when he was at art school, he said, "Oh, this is perfect." So that's like the family story about that. $15 for these brutalist candlesticks, probably Mexican modern. These are $10, $15, $25 each for these big brass candlesticks. We've got a fireplace tools that are $50, a big Mexican pot for $20. We have a collection of these graphic annuals. These are $40 a piece. We have 1965, 66, 54, 53, 67, 68, and 68, 69. So if you're a designer, like a mid-century designer, Norman Rockwell. Thank you, David Klein. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It was Norman Rockwell who said that Art Fitzpatrick's work was perfect. We also have these other really interesting books, and these are also $40 each, and they are German photography books. They're sort of like a contest. We have 1937, 1936, 1927, and 1929, and so it's just really interesting because it just shows like the culture, the difference between 1927 pre-Nazi to 1936 total Nazi kind of situation going on. So it's kind of an interesting thing to look at. I mean, in sort of a creepy way. But anyway, this is a lithograph by Claudette, and it's $600. And it is beautiful. It's it's like a violin, a piano, a cello player. It's a lithograph. It's very large. This piece, it looks like Anthony Lidow or something. It's also a lithograph, but it's got a mid-century, a woman and a child, very pretty. I've got this Chinese hand-carved, gilded mantle. It sort of is like maybe a ceiling plate, and we've got $150 on that. And then we have another one of those brass and glass mirrors for $40. And then we have this big pot over here with the hand-painted flowers for $25, also Mexican, I believe. And this fun trunk, it's like a traveling trunk, and it is $125. And then I've got this great basket for $70. This chair I believe I had that chair at like $50. I've got this sort of curved back leather chair for $100, which is a great price. And then I have a corner chair right here. This one is $120. It's what's called a corner chair with a leather upholstery. It does have some, it's been satined kind of a lot. It almost feels like vinyl, but, you know what? I'd say that was reupholstered in vinyl. Very disappointing, but the truth. Okay, here we go. So this desk is $300. And we've got, it's actually really nice. It's got this very old leather on it. And this desktop piece right here for $30. That's really, you can set your great big fabulous art books up there. This is $50, which is kind of a lot considering the corrosion on it, but it's just such a gorgeous, interesting lamp. It's $50. Now, so this thing is really interesting. So this is a water clock. It's called a Clypestrata water clock. It's English and brass. It's about 17 inches tall. It's got a date of 1552 in Bridge, what is that? Bridgenorth? I don't know. I guess Bridgenorth. But anyway, I guess you fill it up with water and somehow it tells the time. But I'll leave that for you to figure out. Okay, so we're done with that room. Now let's go into the kitchen because we have also another really beautiful Mexican ironwork chandelier. It has, or actually it could even be German because it kind of looks like that Black Forest work. This looks to me like a big wolf maybe and a rat. I mean, what are you seeing? I don't know, but it's got all these vines and it's actually fantastic. It's $600. And honestly, I wish I lived in a house where I could have this because, oh, and then here's a chicken on this side or an ostrich. What is that? No, it has legs. Maybe it's a goat? I don't know. You be the judge. I can't figure these animals out. And this one, it's too dark to tell, but it looks, you know, maybe they're wolves. I don't know, but anyway, it's $600 and it's really good. So I've got this dining room set. It's $800 and there are 1, 2, 3, I believe there are 9 chairs. It's on a trestle table base. It's $800, solid wood. The chairs are really lovely. Hardwood. You know, it looks like it was made in the 40s because it's got that sort of Disney curve kind of to it, if you know what I mean. And then we have a lot of items on top of the table. If anybody's interested, just say, oh, you know, on top of the big trestle table. We also have a lot of small items here. Some plants. A big modernist pot over here, and that one is $80. We have this console table. And then a lot of silver plate. We've got this fryer cookie jar for $40 that shall not steal cookies. And then we have this great Mexican Adam and Eve terracotta candlestick. And it is fantastic. It's $250. I don't see a break on it anywhere. Oh, except for right here. No, there's no break on that. But anyway, it's great. There's Eve and Adam. Okay. And then here's some more pieces, just, you know, the stuff you find at every estate sale. Just regular stuff. We have some brass plates. There's 13 of them for $35. Okay, now into the kitchen. So this lady loves to cook, and so her kitchen is amazing. She's got a lot of really unique, you know, things to cook with that you would buy at Williams-Sonoma, like for that recipe that's just so delicious, and then you use it once and put it in your cabinet, and then we sell it at every estate sale. So here we are. So we've got just glasses, and, you know, we're kind of just walking through. If anybody says anything that they like, we have a whole bunch of Lenox glasses. They are about $10 a piece with the gold rims, lots of them. You know, just, you know, a variety, like most of our crystal is around $5 a glass, something like that. We've got a couple of, or two, you know, even some are like $2 a piece. We have a decanter for $15 and a whiskey decanter for $20. I've got a washing machine and a dryer. This one, the dryer is a Kenmore, and the information is, oh, they put it upside down. Here we go. So if you want that, the model number, it's $100. And the washing machine is an LG, and it's a direct drive. This one is $200 because it's much newer. And it's a True Balance. Let me see if I can, okay, there's the customer information. It has a 10-year warranty. Okay, so we have, you know, just the regular stuff, Tupperware. We have this nice Parsons table for $50, which is a good price for, like, you know, if you just want a modernist table, easy. And then we have a whole bunch of, you know, I didn't really need to show you in there, did I? I think this is empty. Oh no, this has just like some supplies, like cleaning supplies and stuff like that. We've got a scale, a doctor's scale for $20. Hey Laura, how are you? Laura used to work with us, but now she's so far away. We miss her though. All these big soup pots, crock pots, all these great things. We've got tons of like really good, you know, actually if you want to make a Cars cake, we've got the cake pan. We've got all these wonderful like bundt pans. You know that, oh gosh, what's that brand? If only I could read that, I would be able to tell you, but since I can't, but you know, it's like one of those that you buy at Michael's for like fancy cake decorating classes. So here is a lot of monkey pod wood and teak. And here's a little hot plate, very sweet. And then over here, we've got a Mr. Coffee, grinder, you know, juicer, supplies, toaster, you know the deal. And then over here, we've got a nice white KitchenAid for $150. We've got some good Pyrex for like $8 and $10 a piece. We've got this great collection of bright red Dansk enamelware, and it ranges like this pot is $30, that pot is $50, that pot's, you know, some $30s, some $50s around there. Got a little computer and some cookbooks, in case you want to see that, and some soup pots. You know, we've got all the traditional ones, you know, the Joy of Cooking. I bet you we'll have like a Julia Child's in here somewhere. We've got this cute paper mache duck filled with paper mache fruit. We've got, so that's that. And then over here, we've got this very charming Eastlake style magazine rack that we can sell for $50. Now we've got this very nice little chest, but the problem is I am unable to get any of the drawers open, and I don't know why. So that's going to be pretty cheap, like $20, just because it's a problem. Well, I'll say $50 because, you know, this is mostly for the frame, and it's $20. This is a mid-century lithograph for $75. It's done by someone who looks like their name is Al-Hirani, done in 1959. It's got all those like bold abstract lines, and it is number 4 out of 110. And we've got a little, oh, those little Hopi Kachinas and a southwestern plate. We've got an antique sort of mission style potty chair. So you can, you know, kind of yucky, but there you go. It's $150 if you want that. And we've got this funnel, or this, you know, fan for the fire for $25. And then we've got this Raoul Dufay print for $69, which is so cute. We've got some Bose speakers. I actually haven't priced those, but if you want them, I will. I have an Insignia Bluetooth. It looks like it's a receiver for $40, and then a Denon DCM 260 also for $40. It is a disc player. We've got this mid-century, slightly rusted set of fireplace tools for $50. Got some copperware. We've got this train lamp for $350. It's very large, really rare. I couldn't find anything to kind of, you know, test it against because I couldn't find any kind of comp. We've got this cute little tray on a table. The tray itself is really charming. It's very simple and modern. That will sell for 50. And then we've got this R.C. Gorman. It's a poster, but it's signed in pencil by R.C. Gorman. It does have a little water stain. It's $60. Okay. And now I forgot. We have this great brass parrot, also made in Mexico, for $100. Okay. You know what? I'll take you in to this room now. We've got this great big brass Chinese design platter for $150. And then in here we have some more pieces that came from Neiman Marcus. This piece is called Flourish. It's by an artist by the name of Lister, and it's $1,200. And it's great. I mean, really fantastic. And this piece is by an artist by the name of O'Toole, also from Neiman Marcus, also from John Richards. But it's very serene. And those look like, like eucalyptus. It's very perfect for, where we live here. It's $12.50. I've got this Bernard Buffet framed chrome print for $50. I've got this interesting, Virginia and Truckee train lamp for $250. And it also says on it, Scott Railroad coach lamp. So this is another really old, very unique piece for $250 for all of you train aficionados. Okay, so we've got this chair and ottoman, and this is $100 for the pair. I might go lower on that just because it's kind of faded. This set of green, sort of 70s chairs, there are 6 of them for $300. We have some cute little Norman Rockwell prints for $20 each. And some 3 little fox furs. I think they're little foxes. It's kind of sad they've got their little paws on there still, but those are like $50 a piece. And I think it's a great costume for Halloween, or because it's hard to wear that, nowadays, unless you're into like a sort of goth thing, but or you're into, wilderness games. You could wear one of those. It'd be kind of fun. But anyway, so here is a chair. It is $200. It's really beautifully. Isn't it amazing? The hand carving. How long did this chair take to make? 1,000 years. And it's nice and low. I like a nice low chair. Very comfortable. Hard to get up from, but it's got the oval back. Here is a stained pine dresser for $150. Oh, and it's filled with Halloween socks. But anyway, there we go. We've got this 70s velvet chair. Very great. The Drexel Kip cabinet is $800. For anybody asking, that's $100. These 3 chairs are, we had 4, but so they're $75 for these 3 chairs. I don't know what happened to the 4th. But the Drexel Kip, and actually speaking of that Drexel, as we walk through here, I'm not going to price this stuff. I'm just kind of showing you what's here. The Drexel Kip cabinet is interesting because they painted the knobs black. They're originally and traditionally white. We've got some good 70s, 80s wide thick belts, which, you see people wearing nowadays. Sort of the fabulous types with their big broad shoulders and their super cinched waists. Okay, so out here is this really charming, it's aluminum patio set. It has a red umbrella, and it is $500 for that set. All the plants and pots are around, the big ones are $25, and the smaller ones are $10. And also the giant elephant ear over here is $200. Ooh, I think I just stepped at something. Yuck, okay. So this one is $200, but most of these guys are, actually these are $50, I'm sorry. These are $50. 50, 25, right around there. Okay. Now we'll walk in here. It's got such a wonderful little atrium. We've got a cute little sort of sun-faded Maxfield Parrish for $50. Some more, you know, just sort of art. We have this Collectors Guild De Carlos mid-century piece, $420. We have two of these Pakistani rugs, the runners. They're $400 each. There's two of them. But the color's good and they're easy because they're just very pretty neutral. Now we kind of go into the den area here. Now Art's dad was also an artist and he worked for Disney. He worked on, I think he worked in Geppetto's workshop. That was one of his. And we have some of his art later, but these are some pieces of his. They're like 120. They're the red ones, like the drawing paper. Again, another ton of books and a lot of like charming collectible things here. We've got some mid-century pottery, 60, 10, 20, 40. The big one's 40, the small one's 30. These two fish, both 20. I have a big TV that's 200 here. And a Samsung that's 20. It's a DVD player, I believe. And then again, more books. A lot of books. A cute poster, 70s, super 70s in the color, and 80s for $100. Actually, probably 80s, I would say. We've got some records. We have Cole Porter. We've got some sort of jazz, but it's more, it's not super rare jazz. Got this nice fan for $50. We've got this cute Mexican coffee table here for $200. Got a globe for $25. This cross wrought iron is $30. We've got this great big copper pot, which actually would look magnificent if it was clean, if it was polished. It's $300. We've got this Mexican piece here for $125. That painting for $150. We've got this tramp art box for $350. It actually has drawers. It opens up on top. We've got that bust for $80, and then this funny little guy for $40. It's like 70s character art. The turtle lamp for $30. The toucan for $30, $15, $20, and $15. This Ansonia clock for $150. These bird candlesticks for $150. This painting by Arthur, the father, is $100. Really nice. Kind of looks to me like Solana Beach, like when they used to have those cliffs in front of it, but it may not be. It might be La Jolla. I don't know. We have a thimble collection for $70. Here's the thimbles. A clock. This clock is great, but it's not working, and it's $100. Uh-oh, dropping some books, which is not good. These are all signed because, you know, he's a really noted artist, and so he has a lot of books that are signed. We haven't priced these yet. And this rust corduroy sofa is $200. Very comfortable. There's another drawing by Arthur, and then this is another one by Arthur too. Kind of more of a somber painting there. We've got this standing lamp, which kind of looks like it maybe rises. I'm not sure, but it's $30. These two little humidor boxes for $7 each. This owl sculpture, it's, I believe, plaster at $70. Another one of those Mexican masks for $100. And okay, so we'll continue down the hallway. We've got this signed lithograph. It's got a real Sid Mead kind of vibe. Okay, so we'll go into the studio now. And this is where, so a lot of the posters, like this one's $50. This is his original art. No, it's not his original art. These are Giclées or prints. That piece is $300. This one is $300. There's a lot of sort of commemorative things because he made, I think, 3 stamps. So these pieces this is $25 because of the sun fading. This is a lithograph, 2 out of 250. It's $300. This is a print, two-sided print of his. It's $50 for that piece. These individual, they're all prints because we had two original pieces. So these are all prints, so $25. But a lot of people consider him their favorite artist. Now this is an eye on design. This was the art of automobile advertising and design. And it was a show that they did to honor him, and it's signed, and it's $100. We also have about 30 of these posters for $20 each without his signature. We have, he was called Fitz by his friends, and this McLaren sports car was signed by, I think, the drivers, the Lewis Hamilton and Jensen Button. Now these Studebakers, these were the stamps that they made. So they commissioned stamps from him in 2005, 3 of them. So these are the ones, and he signed them, and they're $200 a piece. There's 3 of them. And then the smaller ones are, I think actually, is that the actual? No, that's another print. So that would be like 50. And then we have all of these, this is 100. This is original art, but it's not signed by him. And then someone told me that this was not exactly original art. Here are some of his old advertisements, the ones somebody may recognize. They're $25 each. This one, the new 1951 Dodge, but stops the crowd, and then more of everything you want with the Mercury. Okay, so we also have a lot of sort of like artist type of containers. This set of like colored containers is $40 for the whole set. I mean, this one right here is by a guy named Joe Colombo, who's sort of a 70s modernist, and it's $250. And it's got all those, it's like the color's great. It does have a little bit of sun fading though, just so you know. Oh, and then this, which is a great thing right here. This weather vane with a rooster is $1,000. It's fantastic though. It's very primitive and has like some great, it just got a lot of texture, and it's fantastic. So now then we also have, these are $25 each, and they're like prints of his work, and we have a whole bunch of different ones in here. And then we have some design books, of course, just sort of stuff like that. Now the father, was the Disney artist, and so this is his piece. His originals were going for like $300. So he's got this Johnny Walker. It's hard to see, darn it, in this light, but like a Johnny Walker by Arthur Fitzgerald is $300. Got these lateral files that are $100. Bunch of tools. Now, so here's some more of Arthur's, the father's original works. So all of his original watercolors are $300 with a couple of exceptions. So this one's great. I really like this one. It's got this, it's memento mori, like life is fleeting. We've got the butterfly, we've got the snake, and we've got the skull's head. But anyway, so he worked for Disney, and so this piece right here is a short sketch for Walt Disney's Wind in the Willows. It's $700, and so this was like a story sketch, before they really got going. Now, we believe that these are also story sketches from another Disney. These were made in 1939, and so some animated movie, we just don't know which one, because I think there's something here, but I don't know. But so these are $300 each, and this one has a lot of damage, but it really looks like a cell, This was done in 42. Here's a watercolor of that same Johnny Walker Black label, and it's $300, and it would be great over your 1950s bar. And then here is one called South Wind, a couple of like 20s nudes on the beach. Okay, so we have a lot of, so this Buick Heritage Tour is only 20 because of the sun fading. Then we have a lot of the father's photographs. It's 1936. That was the photograph, and then this was the painting he did of it. So the painting is $300, the photograph is $45. And we have a whole, we have a whole portfolio of different types of art and like all different kinds of like containers and posters and everything. So we have a lot here, but just so, I'm just trying to give you an overview if there's something specific. Somebody just told me something. It does have some discoloring. I'm not sure. Yes, but that yellow thing does have a little bit of sun fading on it. The Joe Colombo piece. So these are 1950s French gallery posters. They're 150 each. Here's a picture of Arthur. This is the dad. You can get Art's chair, like tall chair, for $25, and then we have a ton of posters. For you car collectors or your movie collectors, I have 2 posters from Sid Mead, and the plastic art cabinet is $250. This one, and it does have some sun fading on this side. You see where that is? See, you can kind of see those stripy lines. But I have to clean it. I don't think that's going to come off though. But anyway, so back to these guys, back to these Sid Mead. So there's 2 of them. And Sid Mead is also designed Blade Runner, the original. So these are $100 each. Very rare, very hard to find. The rest of these prints and posters run about $20. We have a ton of different things that he traded other artists with, a lot of pieces. We have 2 of these like big vinyl, like Art Fitzgerald, for when he was selling his art at the different art show or the different car shows. We have 2 of those. Those are $50 each, and they both have like a, we have a ton of these, those. And we have just like a whole huge lot of different posters and art that I just can't even go through because it'll take us all day long. But please come and take a look at those. The Kip cabinet is $800. It's coming. I'll go there right now. So this is a stool for $30. But just one thing in between is this 1956 poster from Picasso. It's from Maître de l'Art Moderne, and it's $350. My appalling French, excuse me. So those chairs are sold. So this is the Kip. This is the cabinet for $800. It's mid-century. It's Kip Stewart. It's Drexel. It looks gorgeous. What's that? Let me see why I can't open it. Because I just didn't try hard enough. So it's very clean. These are the knobs that were originally white, and now they're black. And I don't see really a scratch on it. It's very smooth. Here are the legs. Okay, so that is $800. And then the top of it, it has no sun fading. Sorry, David, no, it's $800. So we've got these 2 guys, but you know what? Make an offer, and that's perfect. I'll write it down, and if I don't have anybody else who comes in higher, I'll call you on Sunday. These guys are $100 each. Then we've got this trestle table, really cute. I've been noticing on Cherish that these are actually going for so much money, which was really kind of surprising to me. But anyway, so I've got this one at $500, which I think I'm overpriced on, but there you go. You can always make an offer. I've got this charming little wooden stool for $25. We've got this banker's chair for $100. It's a barrister's chair, I suppose. We've got this steel table for $60. This blue steel table. Hard to see here, but has like cute little legs. A ton of Christmas. little flower shop, sort of faded flower shop picture for $50. Now here's another painting by Arthur, the dad, the Disney artist, and this one is $300. So some beautiful herons, maybe. Here are some minstrels. We're into the Folie Bergère bathroom, and we've got all these woven Mexican musicians, which are so cute. Okay, so we're now into the bedroom here. We've got this mirror for $50, 1970s. This dresser for $100. That blue lamp for $50. This lithograph, it's 105 out of 1,500, and it looks like the artist is Salinas. I don't know. Because there was a lot of Toulouse-Lautrec, so it could be, well, no, it couldn't be. I don't know. I have to figure that price out. We've also got a headboard and a mattress, and this is $200. We've got some fun blankets. These quilts are $20 each. The hand woven, the red. We've got this giant, it's like super large butterfly quilt, and that's $250. The rest of these quilts are, depending on condition. Like this one is the Drunkard's Path quilt, and it is $100. This is Grandma's Flower Garden. It's $160. And this one, they're all hand done completely. That one actually will be less because it's a little bit damaged. This one will be $100. This blue and white one. We have a lot of other blankets. We've got this great Peruvian or Mexican tablecloth. I love that. The colors are fantastic. And that is $50. We've got this dresser with a 3-way mirror, which is great. The whole set is $250. And then we've got just like little bears and things. A little rocker for $100. Some pillows there. It looks like that's like a puppy, a couple of puppies, or no, actually maybe it's upside down. They're lions. Oh, lions. And then here is a book cabinet, and we'll sell that for $60. And then this fun 70s lamp, which I love. It's got a lot of texture, and it's fantastic, and it's $70. I love that thing. It's got a cool accordion shade. We've got a vacuum for $30. Okay, so here we go. Now the last section here is the garage. No, actually we have some really great lounge chairs. So we've got the garage here. Just your regular garage stuff, a lot of baskets, a lot, old fish bowls, what you kind of expect to find. An old artillery box, a great big vise, cigar boxes, more colored flat files. That one would be $25. Some baskets. We have a slat glass lamp for, that one we do for like $70. And then we've got this gigantic entertainment center, which I'll say $500, but you're going to be getting a great deal with that. So then we have a couple more pieces here. We have another little coffee table, a vase, a lateral file, more Christmas. And so I'm just going to take you guys outside because there's just one last thing I want to show you, which I love, and I'm disappointed that it's outside because that means I have to drag you with me. But this house is so fantastic. It's got all these like secret entrances and, oops. Uh-oh, I may not be able to get out. Yeah, it does. It has too many secret entrances. But I do have, everybody else who isn't interested in mid-century can drop because I just have these two things that are fabulous that are mid-century that, or can say goodbye. The mid-century, these two, I can't figure out the designer. I've been looking and looking, but are these right here. These two great mid-century, I have two of them. They're 150 each. They've got such a great, like, swoopy line. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Here we go. But isn't that great? And we just have a lot of pots and plants. A lot of, like, wonderfully, like, distressed Mexican terracotta pots and a lot of good cactus. Yeah, so aren't those great? I love those. I wish I could figure it out. I mean, I was like hunting all over First Dibs and Cherish and eBay and Live Auctioneers and everywhere to find them, but I was unable to. So I'm going to just take you over here to this beautiful view and I will say goodbye. And so if anybody wants anything, just text me or send me a message here, or I'll see you tomorrow at the sale. Thank you so much. And so Dave, the lowest is 800. I can't go any lower on the Kip cabinet because I have had too much interest in it and I think somebody's going to jump. So I can't, 800 is the lowest I can do. So anyway, thanks everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.